Hi everyone, you're listening to episode 3 of the DanLately podcast. Thank you for returning. I'm here today with a very special guest. I wanted to talk to him for a while. Please welcome everyone, Ryan Ashmore.
Hello.
How are you, Ryan?
I'm fine, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad after all that technological hiccup thing.
You're much better than me.
So let's just give a brief background to those who don't know you. So you're a small YouTuber from Blackpool with 618 subscribers. You've been on YouTube since 2013 and you've accumulated over 58,000 views.
Oh, no.
Now that's impressive.
I don't know how I did that.
And you're also a massive Big Brother and Harry Potter fan, which I can highly relate to.
A massive nerd.
Same. So we're going to get into all sorts today, but I think we can't start the podcast without talking about what's going on in the world recently because it is such mad times, isn't it?
Oh, so mad.
So we'll first start off with all this pandemic. How are you coping? How's your mental health? I know you're working for the NHS at the minute. How's that been?
Other than other people, they felt like, because they have to stay at home.
Yeah.
It's not really affected me because I get to still go to work.
Yeah.
Like loads of other people don't get to. So it's kind of like a normal kind of week for me. The only time I feel it is when it's the weekend and I can't go out to the cinema or go out with my friends somewhere or something like that.
Yeah, I can completely relate to you, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not really affected me that way. It's just I'm more concerned about other people and how it's affecting them.
Yeah. Well, I'm also going to work as well. It's not like what you're doing, it's because the NHS are doing amazing at the minute, but I'm working in a shop and I can relate to it feels as if for us life hasn't stopped really, and I think it has been challenging at times where trying to keep positive and stuff. I always do try and keep positive, but I must admit I have my moments where I think I can't do this anymore, and I'm sure you feel like that at times too, where it just gets a bit overwhelming. What would you say your number one coping tip is for people who are struggling?
Deep breaths.
Yeah.
I'd say it was I don't know why, it was week 4 into it all. I don't know why I thought that, but it was week 4 anyway. Yeah. And I started to panic and I don't know why. I just kept thinking about everything, and there was a few changes at work, we were moving offices, to social distance and stuff. And I was I don't know why I was panicking. So this is going to sound really stupid.
No.
But I started watching positive things on YouTube, how to be positive and stuff. And I started watching things on Netflix and stuff, just to keep my mind off it and stuff.
Yeah.
And I started listening to lo-fi music. It's calming music, and it's they've got a playlist on what's it called, Spotify. So I started listening to that. And I've got an Alexa, so I just say, Alexa, play lo-fi music, and it started playing
Alexa.
That. Yeah, it's my best friend at the moment.
Love her. I've got one as well.
So yeah, I started listening to that, and you just have to chill out and just know that it's all gonna calm down soon. You just gotta I try to avoid the news, if that helps.
Oh, completely. Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head. It's just all about keeping your mind distracted because it literally is everywhere. Especially for the first few weeks, it was just on the news constantly. You couldn't get away from it. Everyone was talking about it. So it's definitely important just to have that switch off time and just ease your mind because your thoughts can run away with you. But I do hopefully believe that we are returning to some form of normality, hopefully. We've still got a long way to go, but just the fact that the hairdressers are reopening and things like that, that's just really nice to know.
I nearly cried when my hairdresser sent me a message and said, "Here's your appointment." I'm like, oh my God, yes, thank you.
It's so funny how something like that reduces you to tears, where normally you'd take something like that for granted, but you literally are like that at the minute. You'll cry over any little thing. It's
I
so funny.
know, like my hair's starting to look like when I was at high school. I've got like a fringe going on, and I'm like, no, this needs to go.
I love your hair though. I love the colour of it.
Well, it's a bit of a mess at the moment, but thank you.
No, it's okay. So let's talk about where you're from and stuff. You're from Blackpool, aren't you?
Yes,
So have you lived there all your life? You were born there, weren't you?
I was born there. I actually work at the hospital that I was born at,
Oh, really?
which is so funny. That's
That's
what
so
I said.
cool.
That's what I said in the interview when I got the job. I was like, "Well, I was born here," and
Oh,
they
wow.
and they started laughing. So I was like, "Well, I've got this in the bag."
It's such a
Um,
cool place, Blackpool, though. I've been once or twice, and I just love the vibe of it. Like, it's such a nice place, and um, I'm glad their Pleasure Beach is reopening soon. That'll be exciting.
yeah, I love Blackpool. It sometimes got a love-hate relationship with it. The only thing is the tourists.
Yeah,
It gets so busy sometimes, and you just can't breathe.
yeah. I bet that's annoying for you because obviously you live there, and everyone else is like going there for the first time, and you're just like, I've seen it a million times.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, the Blackpool Tower." I'm like, "Yes, I know. I see it 100 times a day."
So do you still live in Blackpool then?
Yeah, still live in Blackpool.
That's cool. What was life like growing up for you? Like, what subjects did you do at school?
Um, I had a really lucky childhood and everything. My mum and dad are amazing. I went to a primary school. It was close to where we lived, and then we moved. And then, because I was friends with people at the primary school, they were going to a high school close to them. But
Yeah,
obviously, when I moved, it was far away. So my best friend was going to that high school. So I was like, well, I have to go with my best friend. Like, I can't just ditch her. Like, I could not do that.
yeah.
So yeah, I went to that school. And I got bullied a little bit. Uh,
Yeah, I think most people I know have got bullied. Like some people manage to escape being bullied, which is lucky, but I don't think I know like one of my friends that I'm being bullied. So yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
yeah, it only happened for the first 2 years, and then I kind of got a backbone. And when they were like being horrible to me, I started being horrible to back to them. Then they were like, "Whoa,
Oh wow,
okay,
yeah.
okay, we'll move on now." So
I
yeah,
wish I, I wish I could have been like that. Just develop a backbone because I was quite quiet in school. Whereas now I feel like I have got a bit of a backbone, but I wish I'd have had that in school as well. So it's good that you had that in
yeah,
the last few years.
so yeah, the last few years I got a backbone, and I started to like do like the subjects I really loved. Obviously I did English and maths, um,
Yeah,
and I did triple science, so it's like physics, biology, and chemistry.
yeah.
And then I did IT, and oh god, it was so long ago. I'm just trying to remember. Oh god, what else did? Oh, I did French.
Oh yeah. Ryan speaks fluent French.
Oh, I don't think I speak fluent French, but I've heard your boy I've heard your boyfriend. Yeah, I bet he's really good.
Yeah, I love French. I want to try and learn it, so I'm about to get him to teach me some. Can
Oh,
you
yeah.
reel off any French for me now?
Oh God. Je m'appelle Ryan. J'habite à Blackpool dans le nord-ouest de l'Angleterre.
Oh, well done.
I don't know what I
That's better
said,
than
but there you
I
go.
am. What was your favourite subject, do you think, at school?
Oh, definitely science.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
If they were like, "Oh, we're doing like an experiment," I'm like, "Right, let's do this."
See, I always used to dread experiments, and I don't know why, because I probably would enjoy them now, but I think it was the whole I get very worried, when I'm around chemicals, and I'd always used to worry about being around acid and things like that. And
Oh, yeah, yeah. Like we were doing, I don't know what we were doing, but it was like, plaster in Paris. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I got some in my eye.
Oh my God.
So they had to get this pipe and drain, put this water in my eye, and I was like hanging over the sink, and they were just,
Oh, that is awful.
I was like, it was horrible. They were like, if that's set in your eye, you might have had no eye. So I was like, oh, great.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
That is so bad.
I know.
Well, I'm glad you have both your eyes intact.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Did you always know what you wanted to do at school? Like, did you always think, oh, I want to do this, or did you have like different ideas in mind of what you wanted to do?
My heart was set on forensic science.
Okay.
That's what I did at college.
Yeah.
And I got a distinction in that. And then I went to high uni
Okay.
and did it for half a year and decided it's just not what I want to do.
Yeah.
I loved the crime scenes, loved the crime scenes. Where I went to, they had like their own crime scene houses.
Okay.
So we got to go to them, and we got to do a bit of photography and stuff like that.
Well, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. But then when it got to like going to the courts and stuff and learning all that lingo,
Yeah.
that's where it lost me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Sometimes you think you're set on one thing and then you'll learn more things about it and you think, actually, this isn't for me, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a shame, but that's when I started to like learn about cameras and stuff with
Yeah.
all that stuff. So it was really like fun to do that. And then I dropped that and went to the same uni and did journalism for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And that was fun. But then the third year started to go into the courts again, and like I just thought to myself, what am I actually doing?
Yeah.
I'm really uni's just not for me.
You know what? It's actually like really refreshing to hear you say that because although like I am actually going to uni this year, it's refreshing to know like if it isn't for me, I can drop out or like sometimes it's just good to give things a try. And I can relate to how you feel because like in college, like I think it must have took me 4 years just to complete college because the first time I went, I ended up dropping out due to like anxiety, no friends,
Yeah,
etc. And then I went back and I don't know. I did get through it, but I just thought I need a break from education before I go back into it because sometimes it just, you just have to figure out what you want to do because I think it's a constant like you're on a wheel, aren't you, of like having to decide things so quickly, especially at a young age, and sometimes you don't always know what you want to do straight away. So I think that was quite difficult, but it's good that like you can go back to uni at any age and
yeah,
it's just good that you have the opportunity to figure things out, so it is refreshing to hear that. But yeah, it's so when did you get into YouTube? Was it 2013? Is that like when you officially started doing videos?
two, 2013. I think I was still at college then, and it was me and two other friends, and we thought when they were challenged, we challenged each other, and they were like, "Who can get to 100 views first?" I was like, "Right, bring it on."
Oh.
So we first put out our first few videos, and you know what it's like. You do your first video, and you get like I don't know 10 views or something.
Yeah.
So we just kept going, and all I'm going to say is I'm the last one standing.
That is
They
so cool.
they did like a few more videos, and they just stopped, and that's when I started to learn that I kind of loved making videos.
Yeah. Um, a similar thing. I don't know if you ever watched the YouTuber Antonella, but she was actually saying the same thing happened with her. Like a friends gave her a bet to do a video, and if she did, they'd give her 50p or something. And then it ended up like actually becoming a hobby of hers. So it's funny how something that starts off as a little bet or whatever can actually develop into something you love.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's cool. So, what would you say like inspired you to join YouTube other than that? Like, did you have any other reasons for joining or?
Well, it was probably my sister that was into YouTube before me.
Okay.
Because I know it was around when I was in high school. But I wasn't really like technically aware of everything. I was more like watching TV and stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't even have a laptop. So
Okay.
like I wasn't like on YouTube or anything. So
Yeah.
when my sister like got her iPad and started watching like YouTube and stuff, I was like, oh, what's this? Because I obviously knew what YouTube was, but I didn't know like they had like channels and stuff. And
Yeah.
I was pretty I was like a novice. So I was just like watching a few things, and the first channel I discovered was Miranda Sings.
Oh, I love Miranda.
Miranda Sings.
Love
You know,
Miranda.
if there's one channel that you discover first, of course it's Miranda Sings, the crazy person. So I started watching those, and then a few months after, that's when the bet started. So like, who can get
Oh,
100 views first? So I was like, oh, so I'll watch these, see how she does her videos, and then I'll just try myself, and that's how it started.
that's so cool. Um, would you say YouTube has like matched up to what you thought it would be? Like, has it matched up to your expectations or?
Oh, everything and more. I didn't think I'd discover a community. Like I discovered you through YouTube. Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like it's so weird. Like I've met someone from America who does cocktails alongside like video games.
that is that's so cool. Like, I just love how diverse the community is. Like, you've got all types of walks of life. You've got people who love cooking.
Yeah,
There's like different niches. Like people do like ASMR videos, knitting. Like, there's just so many different corners of YouTube, and I think that's my favorite part about it.
yeah. And to this day, me and this lady, she called Cocktails and Consoles, and we to this day we're like, how did we discover each other? I'm like, I really don't know. It must have just popped up on YouTube one day, and I just clicked the video, and then that was me.
That's so cool. Um, yeah, I think I don't know if I followed you first, you followed me, but I remember checking out your channel and I just thought, oh, he's so fun. Like, I just love your personality and you're just such a bundle of fun and energy, and you always make me smile when I watch your videos. So thanks for continuously posting good content.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I really enjoy your live streams as well. Like I don't always get to attend every single one, but if I'm laid in bed on a Friday night or something, I'll see you live and I'll be like, oh, let's go see what Ryan's up to. And yeah, it's nice to watch you.
Yeah, see, that's
Um,
what they're for, just for people to like chill out on a Friday and
yeah.
just be like, right, what's this idiot talking about today?
But yeah, what would you say like the best and worst things about YouTube are if you had to pick?
um, the worst thing is probably like the stupid people that you come across, like in the
Yeah,
comments. It's like just so unnecessary, and I feel like they're just doing it to get, when they people can like their comment. I feel that's what they're doing.
yeah.
And also, when you get people commenting saying, "Oh, I loved your content. Check out mine." I'm like, "Oh God." Do
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
I could never do that. Yeah, that's just so.
Yeah, it's like you clearly didn't watch the video. Like, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Uh,
yeah,
but the best thing, oh, again, just meeting like random people that you would never usually meet.
yeah. And like they have events as well, don't they? Like I know they have VidCon in America. I don't know if they have anything like that in the UK, but it would be cool to actually like meet up with people and like when all this is over and just like have a little event and that would be cool as well, like to meet more people.
Yeah, I think the UK one's called Summer in the City.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think that's what it's called.
Yeah, hopefully that can happen then, because that'd be cool. What would you say your favorite video that you've uploaded is?
Um, well, I do like doing vlogs because
Yeah,
it's just so real, and you can't really edit that, if you know what I mean.
yeah, I love your vlogs. I love the McDonald's one and I love that birthday one as well.
Yeah, I just like featuring my family in the vlogs, and I also like doing my self-help videos.
Yeah,
Because a few years ago, I think I did a video called "How to Be Positive." I think
okay,
it's way back now, but I got a DM from Twitter from someone, and they said thank you so much for the video that you did.
oh,
It's really helped me get over depression. And I thought, well, I've got to carry on doing this now, because if I'm
that's
helping one
amazing.
person, then it's just I've got to carry on doing it, because that's what the channel's for. It's just to help. If it's just helping one person, then I'm doing my job.
That is the beauty of YouTube, it really is, and that's oh, that just it's so inspiring. Um, do your family and friends know about YouTube?
Well, my family do, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I do shove a camera in their face, so they're like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, it's just for YouTube, you know the deal." And my friends do as well. My
Are they
best friend,
supportive?
oh yeah, so supportive. My best friend Abby has been in a few vlogs. I think she was in, yeah, she was in the Disneyland Paris vlog that I did.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's so supportive. She even messaged me last night actually saying, I've just been catching up on some of your videos with my boyfriend, and honestly, we've been laughing the whole time. I'm like, oh,
Ah,
thank you so much.
oh, that's so nice. Yeah, it's lovely when your family and friends can support it because I think at first I tried to hide it from my family, but sometimes you just can't hide it. Like I think my sister found out because my Instagram popped up as like a suggested or something, and then she found it from there, and I was
Uh,
just like, oh no. But they actually enjoy the content, so it's nice when your family and friends can actually support it as well, and you don't have to feel like you have to hide it from them.
oh yeah, you will get to that stage where you're like, do you know what? I'm just going to post it on Facebook now because I'm just loving it.
Yeah,
You will get to that
exactly.
stage.
Um, where would you say you're like hoping to go in the future in terms of YouTube? Have you got any plans? Would you like it to be a full-time job or do other things alongside it? Like, what's your vision for Ryan Ashmore on YouTube?
I think if you had a job as your hobby, then that'd be amazing. Like
Yeah,
obviously, I think it'd just be amazing to do something you love. Obviously, you want to be like optimistic,
but you want to be realistic as
be
well.
realistic as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um. So, I I never in my life I tend to not think about the future
yeah,
because you don't want to get your hopes up on something and then it doesn't happen.
yeah,
Well, it's nice to dream. Like you can have like goals and aspirations. That's
yeah,
absolutely fine, but not like think into the future. If that makes sense.
yeah.
But obviously, I'd love to like, hey, what do you do? You know, I'm a YouTuber.
Well, it is a real thing because, like, I don't know, I know of quite a few people who actually do it as a job, and I'm like, oh, okay, like you actually do it as a job, and they don't have that many subscribers either. Like, obviously they have like over 10K, but it's nice to know that you can still like make it into that if you wanted to. So it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Are there any like big YouTubers and smaller YouTubers who currently inspire you at the minute?
Um. Well, obviously, I've got to say yourself first
Oh,
because I
thanks.
wish I had the confidence at the start when I started that you do. You have so much confidence.
Oh, well, I'm actually not a confident person, so thank you for saying that.
Well, that doesn't come across. You're really confident.
Thank you. But yeah, are there any other YouTubers or big
Big
YouTubers that you like?
big YouTubers. Someone introduced me to Jeffree Star.
Oh, I have mixed views on him, which we'll get
Oh,
into later.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get like all the drama and stuff. That bit I don't like. But like, obviously, I don't wear makeup or anything.
Yeah.
I don't. Hey, anybody can wear makeup. Like that's absolutely fine. Like some boys do it better than some girls, you know.
Yeah.
But I just he's just so funny and so witty, and I'm like, what the hell is this guy talking about? But I'm laughing.
Yeah. Um, I also watched him for a while as well before I started. I don't know if I'm as keen on him now, but I used to love his
Mhm.
content, like the creativeness and stuff. So that definitely was inspiring as well. Um, are there any YouTubers you'd want to collaborate with in the future?
Um, if I did collaborate, I'd probably be with small YouTubers like myself.
Yeah.
Um, so obviously you're at the top of the list.
Oh, thank you.
Um, any other small YouTubers? Well, the lady that I spoke about before, Cocktails and
Oh, that would be
Consoles.
cool. And to be honest, it's actually possible as well. Obviously, it would be cool for you to collaborate in person, but you can do it over Skype as well. Because I've seen a few videos recently where they actually have done it over Skype, and it actually weirdly works. So you could always do it in that method as well. But
Well,
obviously, it would be better to
it's
meet in
funny.
person.
It's funny you say that actually. A few years ago, we actually did do a collab, me and her, and she actually made a cocktail in honor of me.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
really?
and it
I
was
need
all
to
like
check that
mango.
out.
I'll send you the link later.
Oh, that's so cool.
But yeah, it was like all mango because she like asked like what kind of drinks do you like, and I was like, well, I like mango smoothies and stuff, and
I love
with a little
mango.
bit of alcohol in it. So yeah, she did that, and it
Oh,
looked
that's so
amazing.
cool. How do you keep inspired with video ideas? Because I know I get quite stuck on these sometimes. Like I might run out of video ideas, which is why I don't really upload a lot. But what would you say like keeps you inspired with video ideas?
Um, oh God, well, if I'm being honest, right now I need to film a video tonight, and have I got an idea? No.
Okay, that's quite refreshing to hear because I feel like I'm the only one sometimes that has these like brain fogs and I don't know. I don't want to like make content for the sake of it, if you know what I mean. I want to make something that I actually feel like is good, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm the same. I'm like, yeah, I need to like put out videos and stuff, but I don't want to put out one just for the hell of it.
yeah, and I think what puts you off as well is copyright because I had so many different plans, you know, with like reaction videos and things like that,
Mm.
but I ended up getting like a copyright strike and it just kind of deflates you a bit and you think, oh, what can I do? But yeah, I think copyright can also make you feel like that as well.
Oh yeah, like when I first started, I used to get so many copyright things. I was like, what does this mean? What is a copyright? And then you start to learn, and it's like, oh, okay, then like
Yeah,
you do get over time, you do learn the things in YouTube, and it's like, all right, I need to be this way, but okay, that's fine. And then you start to think of ideas, and it's just at the moment, I'm just having a bit of a fog at the moment, and just like,
yeah.
what the hell can I film?
I think that's why I like podcasts as well, because you don't actually have to like go through that pressure of like, you know, getting the right lighting, etc. Like, obviously, I do enjoy all that, but it's nice to actually just jump on a mic and talk about whatever you want sometimes. So that's why I'm glad I've got a podcast as well.
Yeah, you should
Um,
totally like get the audio from this and put it onto like YouTube.
yeah, I might consider doing something like that in the future, like maybe creating a visual or something for it, 'cause I know people
Yeah.
do that. So yeah, that could be cool. Um, Now, I want to briefly talk about the hate you received recently, you know, like the multiple dislikes on your videos, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know how you're managing with that now, because I know it got you quite down.
At first, obviously, even you could get 20 likes and you could get one dislike, and it's the one dislike that's going to affect you.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And you're like, well, why are they disliking? I've soon, I've soon learned to discover that it's people in my past that they were just horrible people.
Yeah,
And I've just learned to be a proper YouTuber, you've got to get those dislikes, you know?
yeah. It means you're thriving if people want to take their time out of their precious little day to come on your video, sign
Yes.
into their account, dislike it. Like, that takes effort. Like, that just shows how bothered they are.
Exactly. And even like I said in a couple of a few videos ago, I was like, hey, you're giving me a view. Like, I don't care.
Exactly.
You have to view my video to dislike it. So that's absolutely fine. You keep disliking it. And they've stopped actually, which is really amazing.
Yeah.
I think they
Well,
kind of realized.
if they do restart again, then they know where I am, and you know, we will come and find them if they
Yeah.
do anything. Um, but yeah, enough about hate. Well, actually, it does lead me into my next topic, which I'll go into, and then we'll get into something more positive. But
Yeah.
what would you say your opinion is on cancel culture? Because I know you tweeted about this, and I thought, oh, let's get into this a bit.
I really don't get it. It's like a mob mentality.
Yeah, I've got mixed views on it because on one hand I understand it in some instances, like, you know, if something really serious is being committed and the person needs to be held accountable, I can 100% understand it. But in another instance, I think it's gone too far and I think the wrong people are getting cancelled. Like the people who actually deserve to be cancelled aren't getting cancelled. And I don't know, it kind of makes me sad in a way because I don't know. I feel like it's made people very wary, and I don't know. Like some of my favorite celebrities, I don't know if they're your cup of tea, but like you know, I'll give you an example. Taylor Swift. Do you
Yeah.
remember when she got cancelled? I think it was like, was it? 2007? I can't remember, but it was like a whole big thing on Twitter. Like Taylor Swift is over party was trending, and all my friends were like talking about how they dislike her and stuff. And I was just like, you know, give it time. Like I think she's a good person, and I can always feel someone out when they've got a good heart or a good spirit. Like I don't need to. When you just have that gut feeling that someone's a good person, and I just knew she was a good person. And then when I saw that it came out that it was all like lies and stuff about her, that's what I thought. Like I just thought, oh wow, like it really is extreme, this cancel culture. And then another instance that's happened with James Charles, I don't know if you watch him, but he
Yeah,
got cancelled, didn't he? And he's recently, is come back up to fruition, if that's a word, fruition. Um,
fruition.
yeah, but yeah, he's like I could feel that he was a good person as well. He's definitely not perfect, but I just feel like I know when someone's got a good heart, and it was just such a shame to see what happened to him. And he was saying he felt suicidal over it and stuff. And luckily, he's back up there now. But I think that's what I don't like about cancel culture. So yeah, what would you say like needs to change on it? Like, would you say it should remain, or do you think certain things should change about it? Or
Well, just to go back on the James Charles thing, like look at him now. He's thriving. He's got his own reality.
exactly,
He's got his own reality show on his YouTube channel,
yeah.
and that's
And I
been brilliantly
feel
successful.
I feel a bit of a connection to him as well. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he was born in May as well, and I was born in May, and I don't know. I just felt really sad when I saw his downfall because it was like everyone was celebrating it. Um, and I don't know if you. That's what I was going to mention about Jeffree Star. Like, I have obviously supported Jeffree Star in the past, and I've definitely enjoyed his content. But I think we're just learning more things about him. I'm just a bit unsure at the minute. Um, but I suppose it's one of them as well where you've got to hear all sides of the story out. Um,
Yeah, that's the worst thing. That's what. If I had a platform as big as his, I would never say stuff like, "Oh, this person needs to be cancelled," because then all your fans and all the people who are inspired by you are gonna follow you and then give this person hate.
yeah,
This what's the point? Like, it's not going to achieve anything.
I know. So I think and like Jenna Marbles as well. I don't know if you've seen her, but she's recently quit YouTube over it. Which is a real shame actually, because she's one of the YouTubers that really inspired me as well, and she's such a lovely person as well. And it's just yeah, so I think that's what my thoughts are on cancel culture. Like I do get it and I do understand it, but I think it needs to be applied to the right people, and I think it just needs to be used less. Like because I don't know, it just seems as though people are just using it every opportunity they can get.
Yeah, I could never do that to someone. I could never be like, oh, well, this person needs to be cancelled or stuff like that because it's just not going to get anywhere. And what if that happened to you and you're doing it to someone? And what if it
Yeah,
happened to you? You wouldn't like that, would you?
and
So
we're all
it's
human
like,
beings.
exactly. So I don't understand why people do that. I really, I really don't.
Yeah, I just think we all need to be a bit kinder to each other. And like, if we do make a mistake, I think we shouldn't be like, I don't know, it depends on the mistake, obviously, but I think, I think we just need to be a bit kinder to people and not jump straight to shaming them and like publicly humiliating them. Like, if I saw that someone had made a mistake and I genuinely wanted them to improve, I would maybe privately message them or something and just say, like, just try and help them improve, but without shaming them and saying like they're a bad person, because we're all human at the end of the day and we all make mistakes and we're all here to grow. So I think that definitely needs to change a bit.
Oh, definitely.
Um, but let's move on to a lighter topic, which I know you're very excited about, and I'm very excited about too. It is the wonderful Big Brother.
Oh, love it.
So let's talk about when you started becoming a fan of it. When did you start watching Big Brother?
It was in 2007.
Okay.
So it was, Brian Bello
Yeah.
and like the twins. It was that one. So I had no idea what it was. I started watching it and I was like, what the hell is this? I absolutely love it. Um, and it really, people say like, oh, it's just a show, Ryan. Like, what are you on about? it got me through high school.
Yeah, and it's like people have such a misconception about it as well. They think it's some trashy reality show, which it is, I suppose, but it's more than that. Like, it's not just about, certain housemates, or whatever. It's the whole concept to it. Like, I don't know. I just think it's so ahead of its time, and I've definitely, I think it's one of its kind. So I can completely understand why you say it got you through high school, because it used to get me through moments as well. Like if, I was feeling depressed at college or whatever, there'd be an episode on it that night, I'd be like, oh, I can't wait to get up and watch Big Brother. Like, literally, it's
Yeah.
so like entertaining and innovative. So did you actually go back and watch like the older series then on
Oh,
YouTube or?
of course. As soon as I watched that one and that series ended in 2007, I was like, right, I need to go and find all these other ones.
Yeah,
It was pretty hard at the time, and then when I discovered YouTube, I was like, oh, all these series are on here. So I just started binge watching them. It's just there's no reality show like it. Where are you going to find like all these like 18-year-olds mixed with like this 40-year-old from like, I don't know, Birmingham?
I know.
It's just not going
Yeah,
to happen. You're
I
not going
just
to find
think
that
it's
on Love
so.
Island.
Yeah, it's so interesting, and like it definitely shows that people who are very different can make it work. Like sometimes there will be arguments and stuff, but it is interesting to see how they all try and get along, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Um, but what would you say if you had to pick? What would you say your favorite series is?
Oh, it's got to be series 7. With Nikki Graham.
Oh yeah, that is a
who
classic.
who is she? Um, it was just the cast was perfect.
Yeah.
The every week, like literally every day, something happened. Like there's no
Oh
boring episode.
yeah. It was just so innovative as well, like just even everything down to the house design. Like who thought of that concept of like having furniture that's meant to be outside, inside, or whatever it was, like that whole
No,
inside outside theme.
that would have really wound me up. You had to go and eat your dinner outside. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay then. What if it's raining? It's just the houses were just so good, and like on launch night when they used to like give you a tour around the house.
Oh, I love that.
That's my favorite. That used to be my favorite bit of the show.
And I don't know as well if you noticed this, but like Channel 4 launches seem to be on such a much bigger scale than Channel 5. Like Channel 5 just seemed to be a bit smaller and not many people talked about it, but Channel 4 was like a whole press moment. Like they'd have cameras, they'd have magazines there, like it'd be a whole like a big night and people would have lunch parties and stuff. So I kind of missed that aspect as well, that it was such a big deal.
Yeah, I think Channel 4 put more effort into it.
Yeah.
Channel 5, the channel we do not speak of anymore. Um, it's just, I think they're like, oh, we got this show and we don't have any other shows really on our channel. We're just gonna like see how it does, and they kind of just drag it through the mud. Um,
Yeah.
and it just obviously there's some bits that I liked on Channel 5, like probably more celebrity than anything. But yeah, Channel 4 just did it right, and they knew what show they had, and it wasn't. It was more an experiment on Channel 4. On Channel 5, it was just like
Uh
entertainment.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was definitely like ahead of its time, like tackling issues such as like LGBT rights and stuff and trans rights. Like in 2004, like this was like early days, and they were like tackling issues such as these. So I find that quite inspiring. I think my favorite series, I don't know if I can decide on one. There's been many, but I actually quite liked the 2007 one with Charlie in it.
Oh God,
Um,
yeah.
I think what I liked about it, not only did I love the eye design, I love the eye design,
Hmm.
but I loved the whole like I don't know, I just found so many funny moments from it, especially Nikki. Do you remember Nikki?
Yeah.
Oh, she was such a mono. Like just when she did that voice, it just made me laugh so much. That whiny voice, like, "No, Carol, no, I'm not having it, Carol, no." Like,
Okay, don't speak to me.
yeah. And Chanel made me
Oh,
laugh a lot as
yeah.
well. But I don't know if I can decide on a favorite because I love the 2000 and was it 2004 as well with Fight Night. I
Oh yeah.
absolutely love Emma. like she was one of my favorite housemates. She was just so funny and like, oh, it was just I loved her. Um, and yeah, I find that a few of my favorite housemates actually went early as well. Like they either got ejected or evicted early. Like I also liked Leslie Sanderson as well in was it 2005? I
5. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
She was a bit controversial, I must admit, and I didn't agree with everything she did. But I think it was just the broad Yorkshire accent that made me laugh. I just found her really funny. Um, and she did a lot of funny things. But yeah, Macaulay as well.
Oh, Makosi is so underrated. Like, honestly,
Yeah,
the amount of times she avoided being evicted. Um, like she got a task on week one, and she passed it, so she got immune. And then a few weeks after that, she got another task where she could be immune.
that's
Um,
amazing.
and then another week, she was actually there was a choice between her and I think she was called Vanessa, and the
Oh
housemate
yeah,
chose Vanessa instead of her, so she avoided eviction again. So it's like, wow. But then she kind of messed up after the whole jacuzzi thing, which yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah.
Now I know obviously you've expressed your distaste for Channel 5, but did you ever actually watch any of the Channel 5 series?
Oh yeah, I watched all the Channel 5 series.
Would you say you had actually liked any or?
I liked Secrets and Lies.
Yeah, I really liked that concept. And another one I liked was the celebrity one with I think it was Katie Hopkins and Paris Hilton.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, that one was so good, and I love the whole like winter fairy theme as well.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it was just like every day there was an argument. I was like, oh God, right, who's going to be arguing tonight?
yeah. Um, what was another one as well? Oh, there was another one I'm trying to think. Um, but yeah, there was quite a few good Channel 5 ones, but yeah, Channel 4 is definitely the superior, no arguments. Um, have you watched any like other countries as well, like Australia, Canada, or America Big Brothers?
I've tried. I've tried. I gave it a good go.
Yeah.
It's just their formats are so different.
Oh, Big Brother America, I watched that and it's just so different. Like it's more of a game, isn't it, rather than like the true
Yeah,
essence of Big Brother. I don't know. I don't like too much gameplay because I feel like it spoils it a bit.
like a little bit's fine.
Yeah, a little bit's fine.
When the public can't decide who goes, that's when it loses me.
Yeah. Nikki Graham actually went into Big Brother Canada as well, didn't she?
Yeah, yeah, she did actually. She did quite well actually.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised. I watched her best bits of that one. I didn't watch the series of that, but I watched
Yeah.
the best bits, and I was like, "Yep, that's my girl."
Oh, she's done so good.
So,
Have you ever been to a live show?
I haven't. It was just when it was on Channel 4. Obviously, I think I was too young then to go. But then when it was on Channel 5, it was very hard to get into the audience. Uh,
Yeah.
you had to like queue up, and you weren't even guaranteed a place in the audience.
Yeah.
However, funny story. The last few years, because I actually have a Big Brother Twitter account. It's
Oh
called
yeah, I saw this recently and I thought, is that Ryan? And then
yeah,
yeah,
it's called at Big Brother Focus,
yeah.
and the actual Big Brother Twitter account DM'd me, and they said, "Hey, would you like to look around the house before the housemates go in?" And I
Oh
thought,
my God.
well, this is where the story gets a bit, oh dear. Um, I actually said, because of the state of the show it was in, and I was that annoyed.
You said no.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah, I said no.
Oh,
And I didn't say no just to be like stick two fingers up at them. I didn't do that. I thought
yeah,
I'm not going to go around looking around a place that's just really annoying me right now, and it's just not the show I used to love. So I
yeah,
thought I'll give someone else an opportunity to go because I really
yeah,
don't. I don't. I'm just not going to enjoy it. And the fandom, they're lovely, but sometimes they can be a bit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, like if you don't agree with their opinion, it's like, oh, well, we'll shoo you away. It's just like, oh, okay, then that's fine. So I don't think it would have been right for me to go.
Yeah, no,
That
that's
makes sense.
understandable. Yeah, but it's cool that they actually thought of you to like look around. Like that's so cool.
Oh yeah.
Um, what would you say you were watch like BB Bots and stuff like that as well?
Oh yeah, yeah. I probably enjoyed that more than the main show
Yeah,
because I thought Ryland did a really good job.
he actually did. Yeah, I think I was gonna ask you that. Like, who would you say like your favorite presenter was on BB Bots?
Well, I'm always going to say Emma because I always loved Emma, but I loved
Yeah, Emma
Ryland
was
as
good
well.
as well. Yeah. Um, I even didn't mind Alice Levine at times as well. I didn't agree with all of yous,
Yeah,
but she
I
was
don't know
actually quite
why.
good.
Yeah, I don't know why they got rid of her.
She's actually really, I love her dry humour or whatever you call that type of humour. I just find it quite funny. And she's on BBC Radio 1 now, so
Yeah,
girl's done
yeah.
good.
Look at her. Yeah.
Yeah. What about your favourite like main show presenter? There was Davina, Brian, Emma, if you had to pick one.
Oh, it's always Davina.
Oh,
Always.
100%.
It there's
She's
just
like the
no.
essence.
Yeah, she's the mother, pretty
Yeah.
much. Like, there's no like contest. Like, she, I am. She inspires me because she's just so like, you know what she's like. She's out there. She's quite weird. Um,
Yeah.
and I thought, well, if she can be like that, so can I. Like, I'm weird. I'm a bit geeky and out there. Like,
Yeah.
she's obsessed with the show, and she clearly
I
shows
love
it.
that.
And she's like, "Oh, do you remember this from this season?" I'm like, "Yes, yes, I do."
Yeah.
So it's like she's
She
just
was
like,
like, I think that's what made it so special. She was one of us. She was a viewer as well, and that really made her like one of the best hosts, if not the best. Like honestly.
yeah, like I think I remember her presenting an eviction show one night, and the camera went back to her. You know, when they went to the house, and then the camera went back to her, and you could see her actually watching the screen, and she was like, "Oh, oh, you're back to me."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, sorry, I was watching."
I really hope they do bring it back though. Like I don't know if they ever will, but I just feel like it's so timeless. Like I want it to come back, and I want them to really think about it though. If it does come back, I really want them to sit down and think about how to make it better because I feel like they need all them ingredients back, and they probably need to meet with fans like us as well, like just in a like around a round table and just like, right, here's what we want. We want this. We want this. We want this. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it would be so cool.
Um,
Do you think it will ever come back?
well, a lot of people are saying like Big Brother 2021, and I'm thinking to myself, I love the show and everything. Don't get me wrong. I just
Yeah,
think it's too soon.
yeah. They definitely need time to just think about everything, don't they? Especially with this pandemic too. They just need to really like. I don't want them to rush and come back. Like, I really want them to think about it and really revamp it as well and shock people.
Yeah, since they've done this like best bits, best shows ever on
Yeah.
E4 recently, the response has been amazing. Like the first episode, it's just been out that the ratings were like over 1 million, which is
That's so
amazing.
good
It's
for
amazing.
E4 as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's the most rating I think in 2 or 3 years
And
that
that just
E4
shows
has
like there
got.
still
Yeah,
is a love for Big Brother. They just need to like find those ingredients again, like what made it so successful in the first few years. Like if they can do that, then it could be really successful.
exactly. Like even like my dad, he's like an in and out kind of person. He like watches it sometimes and then drops out of it. But he's been like watching the episodes and stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I laugh. I love that. I'm like, if one of my family members are watching it, I'm like, oh my god, I love you.
And it's like even American celebrities know about it as well. Like I can't remember who it was. Was it? I can't even remember the name, but they were mentioning Nikki Graham, and I was like, "Oh, you know about Nikki Graham? Now that is like an international
Yeah,
crossover."
yeah.
Um, But yeah, let's quickly talk about who your favorite housemates are because I can't not ask you who your top 5, 10 housemates are of all time. I want to know this. So if you
Oh,
could make me a list now in your
oh
head,
god.
who are your top 5 or top 10 favorite housemates of all time?
I think I'm just gonna go through every series in my head. So obviously,
Yeah.
Nasty Nick.
Oh,
Like obviously,
see, I didn't watch that series in full. I did watch a bit, but I need to like get into that because I don't know what this whole nasty Nick thing's about. So I definitely need to get into that.
oh yeah, I'll find a link for you. Um,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Nasty Dick, who was like the first game player, and I was like,
Yeah.
I love that. I'm trying to go through all the other series. Obviously, Jade Goody.
Oh, yeah.
Um, she went through a bit of controversy when she went back in for
Yeah.
the Celebrity, but then she kind of redeemed herself after that.
Yeah, I think she showed genuine remorse, didn't she, when she went, was it to Big Brother Indy, was it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't even think, when she went into Celebrity Big Brother,
Yeah.
I don't think she was the worst one.
Yeah, I think it was like Joe, went it, and
Joe
people
and
like that.
Danielle, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, she said some bad things. Like, I'm not going to say she didn't, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, she. I don't think she was the worst one. But
yeah.
anyway, let me go through it again. Nikki Graham, obviously.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Do you remember Mary the witch?
Oh my God,
She
yes.
was robbed. Like the first week she left, and I was like, oh, imagine if she was there the whole series. Like,
Yes. Oh, she was actually so quick. Yeah, I loved her.
and obviously Charlie and Chanel. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I even loved Tracy. The one with the pink hair.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She was just
Yeah,
so real, and she just said it how it was, and I was like, yes, some normality in the house, even though she wasn't that normal. But you know what I mean.
yeah.
Other ones. I like Rex
Oh,
from
which one was he?
BB9.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it
The
was,
chef.
yeah, the chef,
Yeah,
and he. I don't know why he didn't win.
yeah.
It was between him and Mikey. The blind guy.
Oh, yeah.
No, Rachel won. God knows how, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Other people, obviously Josie and
Oh, I
John
love
John
Josie.
James. I love that
Yeah.
story and stuff. And Channel 5, the only person that pops into my head is Tiffany.
Oh, yeah. Um, I'm trying to think of like a non-civilian. What's the word? Civilian. A housemate for Channel 5.
Probably
Um,
Gina and Dexter.
yeah. Oh, Gina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God. She
But
did really
yeah,
well. She nearly got evicted the first week, and then she went all the way to the final and came third. I was like, go on, Gina.
yeah. Oh, do you remember Sally Axel as well?
Oh my God. Side boob Sally.
Side boob, Sally.
Yes.
I don't know if I could do a top 10, but some of my favorite housemates would definitely be like Emma. She went too soon in Big Brother
Yeah.
2004. Um, I also really like, who else was it? Who else? Leslie Sanderson, Chanel.
Yeah.
Let me think who else. I feel like I'm gonna miss loads of people out. Definitely Nikki. Um, yeah, I feel like I liked a lot of housemates that left early for some reason. I don't know. I like the underrated ones. Um, but yeah, oh, there's so many. I'll be here all day trying to.
Oh, same. I'm thinking of loads more now. I'm like, so I just like I could not make a list, honestly.
Yeah. Which brings me on to my next thing. Who would you say the most underrated Big Brother housemates are?
Um, do you remember 2007?
Yeah.
And it was that old, what was her name? I think she was called Leslie,
Oh,
actually.
oh yeah, yeah.
And
Oh, she was actually a savage, weren't she?
yeah, and she left. I was so gutted. I remember like watching it live, and she was leaving. And I was so gutted. When you could watch the live feed.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I used to go home and turn on the TV and watch live feed for hours.
Ah, yeah. They need to bring live feedback as well.
Definitely. Oh my God. But yeah, I used to love watching her. I think she had she had her face down in the covers or something, and one of the housemates asking what she was doing. She was like, "Oh, I'm just smelling the covers." I was like, "What are you doing?" But to me, I loved the older housemates.
Yeah. No,
Um,
yeah, definitely, yeah.
I just loved them. I'm trying to think of other ones.
There'll be so many more we'll think of after this, and we'll just be kicking ourselves.
I know.
What would you say? Like, would you say you prefer Celebrity Big Brother or the Civilian?
I've always my heart goes out to civilian.
Civilian,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
I
Um,
mean, I do like Celebrity Big Brother, and it's definitely had some like game-changing moments. But Civilian will always be the true essence, won't it?
I don't. Yeah, obviously, don't get me wrong. I used to like Celebrity, but when they used to do it 2 series a year instead of one,
Yeah.
I kind of thought,
I
well,
actually preferred it in the winter as well for some reason. I don't know
yeah,
why. It just felt like everyone enjoyed it in the winter.
like the people that you could have got in the summer one, like the good ones, you could have put in the winter one with all the good ones in the winter series, and then you could have had
Yeah,
a good rounded series. You know what I mean?
yeah. Um, what would you say top 5 or 10 favorite moments from BBR? I know you've mentioned some of these in your video, but for
Hmm.
those who don't know, maybe re-mention them again.
It was Big Brother 3 when they divided the house to rich to poor.
Yes.
They went mental. Like they were like started going like over the fence, over the barriers and stuff. I was like, oh my god, they're going crazy.
Oh, can I just mention something quickly? Something's popped into my head.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if you watched this Channel 5 series, but I actually loved the twist they did. You know that White Room twist
Oh
with
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Connor and who else was it?
Oh, Luke
Luke.
S.
Even though, like, oh, that was actually one of my favorite series as well from the Channel 5. I love that one with the insiders and outsiders. But yeah, that twist, though, that twist, that
Yeah.
was so
Oh,
good.
he was like he pressed that button straight away.
Yeah,
He just didn't
like,
care.
that was definitely good for Channel 5. So I would have to shout that one out. But yeah, carry on, sorry.
Um. Oh, what else? Fight night, obviously.
Yeah,
Oh, obviously not for good reasons, but
yeah,
I just remember watching that and I was like, what the hell is going on? Because obviously I was catching up on them and I never knew about Fight Night.
yeah.
So to me, it was just a normal episode. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
I know when you compare it to other episodes, it was like, wow, like, oh my gosh. Because there was
Yeah,
like Fight Night 2 and Fight Night 3, weren't they? Like, but I don't think they were as big in comparison to what Fight Night 1 was.
yeah. Um, Obviously the boxes task
Oh
on
yeah,
series
yeah,
six.
that was funny.
When I was watching it, I thought, how can this be funny? But it ended up being really funny.
Yeah.
I think they ended up being in the boxes for like 26 hours.
Oh wow,
So
that's
yeah,
extreme.
yeah, with only one break. So I was like, oh man, I kind of want to do that task.
Yeah, I love how creative the tasks are. Like, I think didn't they do one with like an airplane as well, and you had to like pretend they were on an airplane or something.
Yeah.
They're just so creative. The task team sometimes, I love it.
Um, Series 7, The Golden Housemate.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
with the whole like Kit Kat in a golden tickets in Kit Kat thing. I
yeah,
was
that was
like, what the hell?
genius.
That's so good. Obviously Nikki, just she's just a whole moment in itself.
Yeah,
Um, Charlie and Chanel just arguing all the time.
yeah. Oh, there's
Just
so many.
so many.
What would you say favorite Big Brother eye design is?
It's probably a mix between the evil one, which was Big Brother 5,
Yeah,
or the Big Brother 7 one, with like the yellows and stuff.
yeah. I loved like the 2007 one, and the another one I quite liked was it was like I think it was a Channel 5 one, but I thought it was quite cool how they designed it. It was like a multicolored one. I can't remember which one it was for. I think it
Oh,
was
was
the
it like
one.
black and white and like a
It was the
strip of
2012 one.
some? Oh, yeah.
I think it was that one, and Lydia was in it. Lydia, she's
Oh,
another
yeah, yeah, yeah.
housemate I quite liked. Um, but yeah, what about favorite Big Brother diary room chair?
Oh God, everyone goes for the golden one.
The 2006 one.
Yeah, everyone goes for that one. But
Yeah.
I quite liked the one afterwards. The light up one.
Oh yeah. Oh, the was that 2007? Yeah.
Yeah, I quite liked that one.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. And all I can think about is Chanel having a tantrum on it, going, "I want to go home. I'm gonna walk to the train station in my bare feet if I have to."
Yes. Oh God, yeah, I love that diary room.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of another chair I liked as well. I'm sure there was many more.
There was a
I
Channel
quite
5 one I liked,
Yeah,
and
I
not
like
many.
the Power Trip one, Channel 5 Power Trip. That was quite cool.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
What was it? Um, I've got it in my head and I can't remember. What was it? Um, I think I think it was like a pop art kind of
Oh yeah.
Kim
Um.
Woodburn series,
Oh
and it
yeah.
looks like a picture.
Oh yeah. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
like
do
that
you
one.
know? Another one I liked as well, UK versus USA. I liked that whole concept as well.
Oh yeah, that was a good one as well.
Yeah. Um. Oh yeah, and I've already mentioned this favorite BB Box host. So another one I want to go on is, if you had to design a Big Brother house, what would your ideal house look like?
Oh man. Well, I did like the Big Brother 7 one.
Yeah.
So I do like. I've seen some chairs online, right, and I thought it was very Big Brother. It's like just all white, but they light up.
Oh
So I've had
wow.
those in the lounge,
Yeah.
and the geek that I am, if the evicted housemates were sat on these chairs and then their chair went red, that's the person that
Oh.
the person was evicted.
Oh, that's so cool. I love
I know
that.
it sounds so geeky, but I loved that. Did you know on the series? Did you like it when they had the pictures on the wall of all of them?
Um. Yeah, I did quite like that actually.
Yeah, I quite like that. That was the only a few things I liked from Channel 5. I liked like the housemate wall thing. I liked that.
Yeah.
Um,
Um. I also like it as well when they walk down the stairs, but it's isolated because in the Channel 5 ones, they didn't used to have it isolated, did they? Whereas in Channel 4, they actually had it isolated, which I actually quite liked.
yeah, they did that for the last series on Channel 5, and that was
Yeah,
probably one of my favourite ones, the last series on Channel 5, and they had like an isolated thing.
yeah,
So yeah, that's probably something I would have in the house, my own house as well. What else? I don't like it when it's like all open plan. I like it when it's like in different rooms. So there's a kitchen, then another
yeah.
room. I don't like it when it's all open plan. Everyone can see
I
everyone.
definitely like the whole quirkiness, like, the outside, inside, and just all these quirky things you can do, like futuristic. I definitely would have something like that, like, I just love
Yeah,
how quirky the designs are.
yeah.
Um, so I think I've already touched on this, but where did you think Big Brother went wrong?
Um, oh God, too much outside contact.
Yeah,
You know when they started like doing like, oh, this person tweeted out this, and it's like, oh, the whole
yeah,
point is for them to not know what the public think of them.
yeah,
So that was just stupid. That what else? The amount of twists that they had. Like I know Big Brother 7 had their twists, but just messing with nominations all the time,
yeah.
and then when they used to have an eviction, but it wasn't a proper one. It was just in out the back door.
I didn't like that pass to the final thing. I don't know. I just felt like that was a bit,
Oh, no one
yeah,
did.
yeah. I didn't like that, especially with Helen Wood. Do you remember Helen Wood? Oh
Oh,
my,
who can forget? Jeez.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I think we've touched on everything. I can't believe how long this has actually been. I thought we'd only like do
Oh,
half an hour, and
really?
we've actually done over an hour. So
Oh.
love that. I actually had some bonus topics written down. I don't know if we can get into them too much. But you're obviously a fan of Pokemon as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I love Pokemon.
Favorite Pokemon?
Alakazam,
Oh
with the
yeah,
spoons.
yeah. I love Lucario.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love the whole vibe. Um, but yeah, I think that wraps us up. Thank you so much for joining me today, Ryan.
It's okay. It's my pleasure. Like,
It's been
I'm
an
so,
absolute pleasure talking to you.
yeah, like, thank you. Like, I'm your third ever guest. Thank you so much.
No problem, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. Hopefully, we can collaborate together sometime.
Oh, definitely.
But would you say you've got any advice for small creators who feel like giving up?
It sounds so cliche, but be yourself, be positive, and just be really optimistic. And if you need advice or just need a chat, there's a load of people that you can meet in the Twitter universe or the YouTube universe that can lend you a hand or just give you some support.
And I think as well, small YouTubers feel like they want to make it big, which is, it's an understandable goal. I think everyone wants to, make it big. But I think one thing I've tried to learn to appreciate is I sometimes like the small community. Like sometimes it's nice having your own little small community, and I'm quite content, even if, I don't reach a certain amount of subscribers. I'm quite content with like having those who do enjoy my videos, and I'm sure you feel the same as well, just having like that small knit community.
Sometimes I tend to find small YouTubers better than big YouTubers.
Oh, 100%.
Content-wise.
Your content is, I just love your videos, and I just hope you do gain more popularity because you really do deserve it.
Oh, thank you very much. So do you. The confidence that you've brought throughout, even this podcast, I would have no clue about doing a podcast.
Well, you definitely need to do one because I'd be listening to it all the time. Like, you should do one about Big Brother. I'm there.
Hey, if it comes back, I will definitely do that.
So before we leave, obviously I just want to mention the Black Lives Matter movement. I've been following this and trying to keep supporting it, but for anyone who doesn't know, keep signing petitions, and obviously we can't forget about it, so I just wanted to mention that quickly. But yeah, thank you for joining me, Ryan. Where can people follow you?
It is at Razzmatazz144, so it's RAZAMATAZ144.
Yeah, so make sure to go follow him if you don't already. I'm sure you do because you're listening to this. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Have you got anything coming up that you want to share with people?
I might be going on holiday. I don't know yet because it's all like up in the air. But if I do, I might be vlogging it.
Oh, I love that.
So yeah, look out for that.
Okay, well, thanks so much for joining me, Ryan.
Oh, it's my pleasure, honestly.
And I'll see you all in episode 4. Bye, everyone.
Bye.